program. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan.
Allow me to call the AMSA President, Brother Toib Alawode, for the welcome address. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Respected Chama Sahib, respected Sarah Sahib, our patron, the lecturers, and also the participants. Once again, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
With the play of Almighty Allah, I'll be pleased. Firstly, I'll be pleased with the payout department that's being a big suggestion of holding this kind of program together. So, in order to celebrate AMSA Nigeria at 40 morally and with well outreach to the people, so we can be a good example to the whole world. So that is the intention of holding this program. And as the chairman have said, that the use of social media, the use of media to propagate Islam, the true teaching of Islam. As you can see, majority of us who are on Facebook and other medias, we see how some scholars of Islam have turned the social media to. Even the comedians are not even getting promotion as the scholars of Islam are achieving it now, due to the fact of the wrong manners of preaching Islam. So, and we can see the Jamaat, in one way, we hold our own uniquely. So, indeed, with that, we intended to hold this kind seminar in order to charge us of our duty as an Ahmadi on campuses, and also influence to the society. So, and I believe we've invited the experts who are well scholared, and they'll be able to give us, they'll be able to make justice to the topic given to them. So I will urge my dear brothers to please listen attentively and note the point given to us by our dear brothers, so with their experience on field, so that we can imply that in our own daily duties too, most especially while we are preaching Jamaatul Ahmadiyya to the world. So, my dear brothers, I want to say again that the Almighty Allah reward us abundantly for this beautiful program and counts as an act of ibadah. The Chairman Sahib, the Jazakumullah Khairan, and the lecturers, those invited and that honor our invitation, the Jazakumullah Khairan once again. I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan. Let me call on Brother Ismail Rotimi for the first lecture, which is promoting the Jamaat through media. AMSA as an important tool. Brother Rotimi, you have 40 minutes for your lecture. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
First of all, I want to thank AMSA Nigeria for this topic given to me. The topic I have before me is explicating the nitty-gritty of promoting the Jama through media, AMSA Nigeria, as a case study. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to the MC, my brother Abdul Hakim Mustafa.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My greetings to the Holy Quran reciter, Hafiz Sulaiman Abdul Qudus, also the consider reciter Brother Mahmoud Adeleke. And also I want to say assalamu alaikum to our father, the chairman, Mr. Abdulghani Adiamo Sahib, and our father, the former Sadar Majlis Kalam Ahmadiyya, Mr. Abdul Rafiq Abdul Qadir, and our leader, Sadar Sahib Majlis Kalam Ahmadiyya, Mr. Akiyemi Abdul Rakib Sahib, Mr. Toyib Alawade, my co-speaker, my brother, Mr. Muzaffar Ajimoti Sahib, and to the distinguished AMSA members on the platform, guests, lovers, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned earlier, the topic that was given to me is explicating the nitty-gritty of promoting the Jama through media and AMSA Nigeria as a case study. I want to congratulate AMSA Nigeria on her 40 years anniversary in Nigeria. Since the establishment of AMSA in Nigeria in 1983 by Pa Eho Muhammad Sahib, AMSA Nigeria has continued to strive to live out to its goals and expectations. AMSA Nigeria is a connection between spiritual development and secular knowledge in Nigeria for years. And I want to thank the president, Mr. Toyib Alawade, for maintaining these ties. Moving forward, explaining the nitty-gritty of promoting the Jama through media, AMSA Nigeria as a case study is a well-thought topic, and I must commend the leadership of AMSA Nigeria. The topic on its own speak about the Jama, which the AMSA rests on, and how we can use the media, all forms of media, to ensure that we promote the Jama while also maintaining our secular knowledge in our campuses. I have some points here that I would like to speak on, which is going to guide us on how we can promote the Ahmadiyya Muslim Nigeria through the media. We must realize that as the world is growing, there are many ways of promoting your ideas now. We all know in this century, a lot of people are moving toward the digital era, and is now what people knows as the future. You know, we can also see the 5G now being spreading across in Nigeria. People are accepting this new way, and also we must not be left behind. We need to review our strategy of tabligh, and also how we can ensure that the Ahmadiyya Jamaat continue to remain, and of course, in progress through the media. My first point here that I want us to take part is, if you want to promote the media, the Jamaat al-Ahmadiyya via media, every AMSA members, they have to ensure that they attend religious services or events at your local mosque in one way or the other to support the Ahmadiyya community. Attending religious service at your mosque will allow you to engage with other members of the Jamaat. You will be able to attend teachings and lectures at your mosque, participating in programs and participating in prayers and ceremonies. By doing this, we not only deepen your understanding of Ahmadi principles and values, but you also help to promote and spread them to others. Additionally, attending religious events can foster community spirit and promote a sense of belonging within the Ahmadiyya. Attending religious service or events is just one of the many ways that AMSA Nigeria can support the Jamaat and promote the Jamaat. Other activities include actively participating in the AMSA activities at your schools. There are several reports of AMSA members disassociating themselves from AMSA activities in campuses. Many of them are making excuses that the Jamaat activities could affect their academic performance. But unfortunately, this has over time proven untrue. In fact, many people who were active in AMSA performed so well in academic and becoming mentors for young Ahmadis today. Ahmadi members are young, they are energized, and should strive to be part of the progress of Ahmadiyya in their schools. You can also join Majlis Sultan Kalam. This is one of the ways that you can promote Ahmadiyya through the media. You know, Majlis Kalam was launched previous years, some years ago, and inshallah, the organization is growing stronger day by day. So AMSA members are encouraged to join this organization. They should write about Islam and Ahmadiyya. They should write about their experiences. They should try to engage in interfaith dialogue and spread awareness of Ahmadiyya and its value through social media. AMSA members can also help support Ahmadiyya by volunteering for local causes, engaging in tutoring and mentoring activities with younger members of the Jamaat, and sharing any knowledge or skills you have in areas such as technology and media. So I believe that if Ahmadiyya AMSA members are active in their local mosques and they take part in the programs, by doing this, you will have knowledge. You equip yourself about our doctrine, our values, our teachings, which you can use in promoting the Jamaat through media. There are many people now, young people don't really like to read these days, especially the Jamaat books. So if you train yourselves on the Jamaat literatures, you visit the mosque, you read from the libraries, and you read the books of the Promised Messiah. With this, you can have enough knowledge that you can impact others. There's no how you want to educate people about the Jamaat when you yourself, you do not have the basic knowledge about the community. So I want every AMSA members to first of all get engaged in their mosques, participate in activities, join the Majlis Ahmadiyya in their local schools, and be active members. By doing this, you'll be motivated and you have much knowledge to share with others. My second point is to create positive and informative content about Ahmadiyya on social media like Twitter, Facebook, and also YouTube. First of all, I want to remind us that TikTok has not been permitted to be used for our religious activities. MCAN has also been directed to stay away from Instagram. So I want AMSA members and leadership to take note of this. I specifically mentioned Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube as one of the tools that the Jamaat is using to drive Tabligh. So AMSA members should please only use these microblogging apps. Moving forward, creating positive and informative content about the Jamaat on social media sites allow people to learn more about our beliefs, values, and teachings of the Ahmadiyya community. This content can range from short videos, short posts that can highlight our beliefs, to longer articles and videos about the history and practices of Ahmadiyya. By creating engaging and authentic content, it is possible to reach a larger audience and start meaningful conversation about the Jamaat. Additionally, Creating content about the Jama on social media allow members of the community to connect as well as those who may not be familiar with our faith. It also provides an opportunity to share experiences, stories, and perspectives with others, and to provide insight into the teachings of Ahmadiyya. This can ultimately help to spread awareness and understanding of the teaching of Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam. Furthermore, engaging with people outside the Jamaat on social media can be an effective way to promote the teachings of Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam and encourage conversations about it. You should be ready to respond to questions and comments in a respectful and mindful manner. This can help to create a positive image of our community and attract more followers. Additionally, engaging with others, people who are interested in the same topic or belief, can help to strengthen the sense of community within the Jama'ah. Media is a great platform to showcase the good work of Ahmadiyya. Ahmadi Muslim Students Association Nigeria member can highlight events, activities, and initiatives that Ahmadiyya is involved in. It is possible, and I know that we can do it. We can create a positive image and encourage more people to learn more about Ahmadiyya. This can help to foster an understanding of the Jama'ah. It can help to promote our values and also to propagate our teachings. Additionally, having conversation and engaging with people on social media can help to create a space for dialogue that is welcoming and open to all. AMSA Nigeria can use social media to promote Ahmadiyya by connecting with other organizations, institutions, and media outlets that are engaged in promoting religious tolerance and understanding. By collaborating with these groups and organizations, it is possible to reach a wider audience and spread awareness of the Jamaat by engaging in meaningful dialogue and participating in interfaith events. This can also help AMSA Nigeria to create an inclusive environment that encourages understanding between all religious backgrounds. We should try to strive and maximize the use of social media. But if, as a follower of Imam Mahdi, it's also important that we sanitize our social media accounts. And Ahmadi members should not be found posting all sorts of contents that do not reflect our values and morals that we preach. Our pages should not be filled with any hypersexualized contents or contents that are hateful or that can create unrest in our communities and environment. We must be a center of peace. Our page should reflect morality. It should reflect good behavior. It should reflect spirituality. It should reflect humanity for all mankind. Our pages should reflect love for all, hatred for none. My third point is that AMSA Nigeria can form partnership with medias in their schools and local media outlets to publish stories about Ahmadiyya and its members. We can take a lesson, especially from the MTA International. They always post stories about Ahmadiyya and the converts. AMSA Nigeria can also help in this regard. There are some people that have stories, they have their God since they joined the community. We can interview them, we can get ideas, we can get their opinions, their stories, and make good videos of them. But we can only, when we make these videos, we can push them only when we have good connection with media, big media houses in the schools and in local media that can help us to publish these stories so that it can reach a wider audience. I want to encourage AMSA Nigeria to establish a good relationship with student unions in schools and campuses. They should have good relationship with journalists in their schools. You can provide content that can be published in the media, such as stories, articles, testimonials, and videos. It is possible to reach a wider audience and create a positive image of our community and of our members. AMSA members can also be active in the student union and support one another to be in key positions in the union to also amplify the voice of Ahmadiyya community. Additionally, by engaging in discussion with journalists and media representatives, it is possible to communicate the values of Ahmadiyya and encourage dialogue about it. This can give the members of the community and can help us to create a platform where our voices can be heard. By creating an environment of openness and understanding, it is possible to foster an atmosphere of acceptance that is welcoming for all. Furthermore, collaborating with schools media and local media outlets can also be a great way to engage in conversation about the Jama and open up opportunity for more people to learn about our teachings. School media can be a great platform for sharing the stories of Ahmadiyya members and display the good work that the Jamaat is engaging. This can help us to strengthen the positive image of Ahmadiyya and its member, and as well inspire others to learn more about our teachings and belief. We can reach out to local media outlets. They can help us to create opportunity for public events, such as forum and panel discussion like this, which can further help to promote the Jama. My fourth point here is that we can organize interfaith activities and events that are open to a wide range of religious background and beliefs. The Ahmadiyya Nigeria is already doing this, but AMSA too can take a cue from them and try to do this in their campuses. I believe that when we organize interfaith activities and events, this way we can promote Ahmadiyya by engaging in dialogue and discussion with people from different backgrounds. It is possible to foster understanding and respect between all religious beliefs. AMSA Nigeria should also strive to attend interfaith events and activities that help to create a platform where people can learn more about each other's faiths and beliefs in a respectful and non-judgmental manner. This can help to raise awareness of Ahmadiyya and its teaching, while also creating a space for meaningful conversation and understanding. AMSA Nigeria should strive to organize interfaith activities. This does not need to be physical. You can have it virtually. Invite people from all walks of life to discuss their faith and religious common values. Participating in interfaith activities can also help provide an opportunity to network with other members of the Jama from all parts of the world. This can help us to build a strong sense of community of Ahmadiyya and create an opportunity for every one of us to share experiences and knowledge. I believe that in engaging conversation with people from different faith and background can help us to break down the barrier that foster relationships that are based on understanding and respect. I believe that interfaith activities and events can help us to create opportunity for public speaking, engagement, and spreading the message of Muhammad Badi alayhi salatu wasalam to all the corners of the world. This could involve delivering presentations on our beliefs and teachings, and also participating in panel discussion that highlight the unique perspective of Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Participating in interfaith activities can be an effective way to promote Ahmadiyya and its member and create an environment for dialogue and understanding of our faith. My number 5 points is AMSA Nigeria members should try to find volunteer opportunity within the Jamaat and outside the Jamaat that can help promote the Jamaat through example. I believe that the Jamaat has everything to equip every AMSA members to be successful in their media campaign. When you volunteer within the Jamaat and outside the Jamaat, you can learn more about how we can approach people and how we can devise means to spread our message in a way that will be effective for all. Volunteering providing an opportunity to engage in activities that are in line with the belief and teachings of Ahmadiyya, while also providing a platform to share experiences and knowledge. This kind of platform can help to spread awareness while providing practical assistance to those who need it. Volunteering can create an environment that fosters understanding and acceptance of Ahmadiyya and its members. When AMSA members volunteer outside the group, outside Ahmadiyya, they can build relationships. They can build relationships that will open way to introduce Ahmadiyya to other people through the media and notes or through the physical interaction. Volunteer can also help to create a greater sense of community within us by connecting with members from different parts of the community while you work together toward a common goal. This can also provide an opportunity to develop meaningful relationships with people from different backgrounds, which can help to promote understanding and respect for all. Volunteering can be a great way to raise awareness of the good works of Ahmadiyya, which can ultimately lead to a more positive image of the Jamaat. We should know that volunteering can help provide an opportunity to develop skills that are beneficial to the Ahmadiyya, such as public speaking, writing, and social media management. By honing these skills, it is possible to promote the Jamaat more effectively and engagingly, while also connecting with wider audience. Volunteering within the Jamaat is a great way to promote the Jamaat through example and create a platform for meaningful understanding. AMSA members should try to volunteer. The Jamaat really needs a lot of hand to carry out our activities. And of course, when you are volunteering, you are also learning. In fact, there are many people that are looking for volunteering opportunities outside there where they can learn some skills that is available within the Jamaat. MTA is open to volunteerism. So we can try to volunteer for this. Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Nigeria, they are also open to welcome people that will be able to sacrifice their time and knowledge and also ready to learn. You can learn about social media from the Ahmadiyya Jamaat. You can also try to join the volunteering team of Majlis Qudam Ahmadiyya. By joining this team, you will learn some skills that you'll be able to use for your personal development and of course for the progress of Ahmadiyya Muslim community via the media. Here I move to my 6th point. AMSA Nigeria should strive to create a website that will highlight our teachings, values, and belief. Creating a website highlighting the teachings of Ahmadiyya is a great way to promote the Jamaat and reach a wider audience. By creating content that is informative, engaging, and authentic, it is possible to attract more followers and create a positive image of the Jamaat. By providing easy access to accurate information about the Ahmadiyya Jamaat, it is possible to foster an environment of dialogue, which will also lead people into the community. Creating a website can also provide an opportunity to connect with other members and organizations from around the world. This can help us to strengthen the sense of community within the Jama, while also providing a platform for meaningful dialogue. Creating a platform can provide members of Ahmadiyya to share their stories and experiences that is related to their belief in Ahmadiyya. This can help us to create more awareness and understanding of our beliefs, of our teachings, of our values, of our faith in Ahmadiyya, Nigeria. AMSA Nigeria can utilize search engine optimization to optimize their website for greater visibility and reach even more people. I want you to know that when you try to use the social media such as Twitter and Facebook, you can extend your reach of the website and increase awareness of our community. These include posting content related to faith. You should be responding to questions and comments from followers and engage with other organizations or individuals with similar beliefs. By creating meaningful conversations and cultivating relationships through social media, it is possible to spread awareness of Ahmadiyya and our teachings. AMSA Nigeria can also utilize analytical tools. This can help us to measure the impact of our website and track its progress over time. This can help us to evaluate the effectiveness of the content and adjust accordingly to reach a larger audience. Furthermore, utilizing search engine optimization techniques can ensure that the website is visible when people search for topics related to Ahmadiyya. In this way, we'll be increasing our chances to be seen by more people. This strategy can ultimately help to create a positive image of the Jama, AMSA Nigeria, and increase the awareness of our belief in Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam. My second point here is AMSA Nigeria should try to hold events and forums that discuss Ahmadiyya and its teaching in a respectful and non-judgmental way. You can hold public events and forums. This is an effective way that you can use to promote Ahmadiyya. You can create a platform for open dialogue and discussion. It is possible to foster an environment of understanding and respect between all religious backgrounds by providing an opportunity to share perspective and experiences. It can help to create more awareness and understanding of our community. This can be accomplished through panel discussion, speaker series, or other events where members of the Jama'ah can discuss their beliefs and teachings in a respectful and non-judgmental way. I believe that public events or forum can provide a great opportunity to engage with people from other faiths and backgrounds and have discussion about Ahmadiyya and our teaching. This can help to break down barriers and create an environment of inclusivity and acceptance. Public events can also be used as a platform to promote the good work of Ahmadiyya, such as the community service, which we all know as Wakari Yamo. This peaceful campaign that the Majlis Qudama Ahmadiyya champion every year, the Say No to Crime campaign of the Ahmadiyya, the tree planting campaign of Ahmadiyya, the Humanity Fest of Ahmadiyya. In this kind of forum, you can showcase all these activities which the community is doing to service the country. In this way, we can demonstrate the positive impact of the Jama. Additionally, public events can also be a great way to engage with the media and have conversation about Ahmadiyya by inviting journalists, bloggers, and other media representatives to attend and cover your events. It is possible to create a platform where our teachings and values can be shared and discussed openly and honestly. I'm sure that this will help us to create a positive image of our community and encourage more people to learn more about it. In this way, we can create curiosity. We can change the narrative that people have toward Islam. It can attract more people in this manner. My 8 points is develop relationship with people of different faith who may be open to learn more about Ahmadiyya. I want to encourage AMSA members to be open to discuss, to make friendship. What they believe, we should try to be open to them. In this way, we can attract them and, of course, invite them into the community. We need to be open to friendships. If we are not open to friendships, there's no how people will learn about our community. In fact, I've encountered people that says that when the people of the other religion share their pamphlets, that they don't collect it or they don't even read them. If we don't collect the teachings, their teachings, how do you expect them to collect our own pamphlets? At least show regards. You can collect the pamphlets, you can even read them, and then later on you can invite them for discussions. From there, you can teach them about our own values, our beliefs. In this way, you may be able to convince someone. So by the time that we are developing relationships, this means we are showing respect and compassion. When interacting with those of a different faith, I want AMSA Nigeria to be sure to be respectful and understanding of their beliefs, while you are remaining firm in your own belief. You should be able to ask questions and listen attentively to understand their perspective. AMSA members should be open to learning more about other people's faiths and share your knowledge of the Jamaat in a friendly and non-confrontational manner. Through mutual dialogue and understanding, I believe that lasting relationship can be formed and further understanding of different faiths can be achieved. If you are looking to build relationship with those of different faiths and spread knowledge of Ahmadiyya community through the media, it is important for us to focus on our common values instead of our differences. You should look to share values and experiences that can help foster a sense of mutual understanding and curiosity. Engage in conversation about life and experiences, both personal and professional, and see how those relate to faith. You may also want to invite them to join you in activities or events of the Jama. In this way, you can help create meaningful and lasting relationship, as well to introduce them to Islam Ahmadiyya. I want AMSA Nigeria to know that it is important to remain respectful of people's belief and open to learning more about them as well. Be prepared to answer questions they may have about the Ahmadiyya and ensure that any discussion that you have are respectful and constructive. Avoid being too preachy or confrontational. Invite them of different faith. You can invite those of different faiths to attend our events, our meet-up that is related to Jama, and provide resources such as books and articles for them to explore further. Through open dialogue and understanding, I believe that we can create a meaningful relationship, spread the Jamaat al-Ahmadiyya, and of course, maybe convert some people into the community, inshallah. My last point here, which is number 9, is AMSA Nigeria should be looking to speak in engagements another opportunity to present your view on the Ahmadiyya in the public settings. AMSA Nigeria should always honoring the invitation of people of different religion. Even when we invite them and they don't come, when we see their own invitation, AMSA Nigeria should strive to attend their events. But showing this, that means you are showing compassion and understanding. And also, this can be an effective way that you can use to spread knowledge and understanding of our Jama. You can look for events, panels, lectures, conferences where you can share knowledge and answer questions about Ahmadiyya. In this way, we can create a public awareness and understanding of Ahmadiyya, while also allowing people from different backgrounds to gain insight into our beliefs. You can also look to create partnership with organizations or groups that focus on interfaith dialogue. Through conversations and collaborations, you can work to build understanding and acceptance of different faiths. You may also want to consider creating online or offline resources, such as videos or articles that explain the beliefs and values of Ahmadiyya openly and educationally. You can attend other religious dialogue or gathering, which is a great to learn more about different faiths, as well as introduce your own to those who may be unfamiliar. Join interfaith organizations or groups in your community. Through these efforts, this organization, you can participate in meaningful discussion on mutual understanding and appreciation of different faiths. Additionally, there are many resources that is available online that provide education materials about Ahmadiyya, videos online on YouTube that you can watch to learn about Ahmadiyya, and also provide much like or even share those videos on your platforms and invite people for dialogue in a respectful and open manner. You can use all these resources online to introduce people to the Jama, as well as use them to inform your knowledge and perspective. Lastly, I want to congratulate AMSA Nigeria again for this 40 years anniversary in Nigeria. I want to inform all AMSA members that it's important on this occasion to take a look back at the years that you have come. You should review the plans of the founding fathers. You should check your activities and ensure that is in line with all these principles that the AMSA were laid on or that was founded on. By this, you can look at what you've been doing right and what you've not been doing right. You can make adjustments. You can go back to the drawing board, make plan, and renew your pledge, of course, for the next going forward. Renew your commitment toward AMSA. You are the frontier in propagating of Islam right from school. We have a great connection between the spiritual knowledge and the secular knowledge. You can strike a balance to ensure that you promote the image of Ahmadiyya in a respectful manner. It can be a voice for Ahmadiyya in your campuses, and through this, many people can get to know about Ahmadiyya. You know, the schools is an environment of knowledge, of innovation, and of course, you need to build on this and spread the knowledge about Ahmadiyya. And I pray to Allah the Almighty to guide your efforts and makes all your sacrifices comes true. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For out and a well-delivered paper. I believe we make this paper available to the members I know there are quite a number that are not here with us. So it is very important that they have this kind of paper in the archive and they can share with people. One of the things that I bring out from the speech is volunteering, seeking knowledge, and engagement. You see, as students, we should not be tired of seeking knowledge. The Holy Prophet Saddam says that knowledge is the lost property of a Muslim, and anywhere he finds it, he takes it. That is what we should let be our mantra. No knowledge is waste. So we should try as much as possible to garner knowledge. Then, how do we know that you know something? It is by engaging with others. Engaging with others. At that point, the knowledge you have internalized, then you can bring it out. So it's a very important, these are nuggets that all members of AMSA should take, and volunteering as well. Yes, you know, I've seen where people, they get very good opportunities based on the fact that they were ready to volunteer. And the Jama itself is a whole place where we need to, there are different work for other schemes that we can volunteer for. So thank you very much, Bra Ismail Lawal, for the topic and for staying within the time. I want to believe that there'll be opportunities for questions. Bra Abdul Hakim, am I correct on that?
Definitely, sir.
Okay, but let us questions after we take second paper. Bra Muzaffar Timothy. And
Yeah, all right, sir.
Bra Muzaffar, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. So please, you can start your paper, and you also please should take note of the time constraints that you have. If we finish earlier, you know, if we finish the lectures earlier, that means we'll have more time for questions. So please, Ram Muzaffar, you have the floor.
I'm not sure I will even spend up to the allocated. I'm trying to share my screen.
Okay. All right, while doing that, sir, permit me to mention that whoever that has one or two questions can as well drop it from now on the chat box while I pick them up and then pass it to the lecturer in charge during the question and answer session.
Thank you.
Can we all see my screen?
Because I can see from here.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wabarakatuh, respected father of the day, a person of Pa Adiamo Abdul Ghani, who doesn't like to be called Pa. So, brother Abdul Ghani Bola Adiamo, and respected former Sadar Majlis Quda Ahmadiyya Nigeria, Pa Abdul Qadri Barafil, respected Majlis Quda Ahmadiyya Nigeria, ably represented by the Night Sadar North, and respected first speaker, my brother Lawal Ismail, and respected AMSA president, and the general audience. I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So without wasting much of our time, the first speaker has already discussed let's say 20% of what I have here. But inshallah, I will be speaking more from my experience, because this particular topic has to do with the right way to serve the Jamaat. And inshallah, I will try my possible best to do justice to this. So to start with, first of all, introduction. So I would like to starts with a Quran verse where the popular motto of AMSA was generated from, that goes by Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu in tansurullahu yansurukum wa yusabbit aqdamakum. That is, O ye who believe, if you help the cause of Allah, He will help you and will make your steps firm. It is important to start this wonderful topic with this particular act. This particular verse, I'm a living witness, or I'm a living testimony to this particular thing. And I can remember when I was in final year, I had two issues, and the president of AMSA Nigeria then, Brother Abdulaziz, for every AMSA meeting we used to have then, he used to encourage us to try as much as possible. And when we are having the final prayers, he will tell everybody to ask Allah, and purposely say, Allah, you are the one that says in the Holy Quran that there is blessing in any gathering that has to do with discussion about the cause of Allah. He always tells us that we should try as much as possible and pray to Allah, specifically ask Allah to do a particular favor for us, just because we decide to attend this particular meeting. Sincerely, I don't used to, take that particular thing serious, not until when I found myself in trouble in final year. It was preparation for the AMSA HIC for 2014 in Laute. And I could remember I was inside the bus from Ilorin to Laute. That was when I remember these statements of Brother Abdulaziz Alaran. And before I embarked on the journey, I was actually in the faculty where I had issue. And the issue was more like looking as if I'm going to have an extra here, which is the greatest nightmare of every final year student. So I wasn't really happy going to AHIC, but when I was inside the bus, I prayed to Almighty Allah that if truly what we are going for is just to help the cause of, is just to promote your cause, and you've actually promised to help us, Ya Allah, I actually want to experience this particular blessing, this particular AHIC. I want you to make it a memorable one. And by the grace of Almighty Allah, Allah really blessed me for the entire semester in my final year. So that is just the first-hand experience about this. So we need to take note of this, that in order to serve the Jamaat, or in serving the Jamaat, we should know that we are helping the cause of Allah, and there is a reward for us. So inshallah, biquratullah, today we are going to look at the ways in which we can serve the Jamaat efficiently. After that, we take a look at the digital path and the tools that are required in order to do that efficiently. Then I have a takeaway for us, which is similar to my experience, which I just narrated now. And so the first question I'm going to ask for the audience, you don't need to answer me, is in order for you to serve the Jamaat efficiently, it is important for you to know the type of apple that you have. So are you the good one or are you the bad one? If you are going to serve the Jamaat efficiently in the digital era, you need to be a good apple. You need to be a good ambassador of the Jamaat, both in physical aspects and online activities. The bad apple is someone who is a deceitful ambassador of the Jamaat. In fact, a bad apple can actually have a good physical character, but has a bad online character. A very good example is Ayu Hamadi, that when we take a look at your Twitter page, we can see that you've engaged yourself in some un-Islamic trends, or you've liked some posts and videos which are eliteful, or probably the popular saying, you've jacked somebody before on Twitter, all in the name of you are a youth, and probably you have a political ambition. So you need to understand that if you are going to serve the Jamaat efficiently, you need to be a good ambassador of the Jamaat, both in physical aspects and online activities. Another additional thing is, as a member of the Jamaat, are you not a member that your online activity, you are not proud of your online activity? Are you proud of going through your browsing activities on your browser? So for you to be able to serve the Jamaat efficiently, I think the first thing is self-check. You need to check yourself if you are worthy, to serve the Jamaat efficiently. So that is the first way. You need to, check yourself. The second way is has to do with attendance. To serve the Jamaat efficiently, attendance is very, very important. As you can see the image here, I said Premier League is not the same thing as AMSA meeting. Are you an AMSA member whereby you have let's say, for example, you are meant to attend AMSA meeting today, and AMSA meeting clashed with let's say Manchester City against Arsenal? Will you prefer to go and watch a Premier League game instead of attending AMSA meeting? If you actually prefer to watch a Premier League game, then definitely that is not a good way to serve the Jamaat efficiently. So in order for you to serve the Jamaat efficiently, attendance is compulsory. Because if you attend the Jamaat programs, then your contributions are very, very important. So I would like to, I don't know how various units across Nigeria are coordinating their meetings. I knew that when I was in University of Ilorin, Wednesday is AMSA meeting, because the university lecture ends by 4 p.m. and every student is expected to be engaged in maybe one or two sporting activities, depending on your choice, however. So it is very, very important that the AMSA presidents across the unit, probably, if they notice that people are not attending meetings, it is very important for them to, sit down and look at this way, or a more convenient time for members to attend. For example, we have some universities whereby maybe at the beginning of your classes, it might be a little bit tedious. You might find it difficult to attend AMSA meetings. But one thing is certain, if you remember, I started this particular presentation with a verse of Holy Quran. I can boldly tell you that attending AMSA meeting is part of the way you can serve the Jamaat effectively. In fact, you are helping the cause of Allah by attending an AMSA meeting, because when you attend AMSA meeting as a youth and as a prominent or as a prospect, leader of the Jamaat, you will learn a lot of things and be able to contribute. So your contributions and everything are very, very important. So after the attendance, the next, apologies if you are a Ronaldo fan. So the next way is you need to ask yourself, are you skillful? So to serve the Jamaat efficiently in this digital era, it is very, very important for you to have a minimum of one particular skill. Alhamdulillah, we can all see the way the Jamaat has, metamorphosized from the traditional way of doing things down to the digital way of doing things. However, we are not there yet, but we can say the Jamaat has, experienced some digital changing. So if you actually take a good look at the people involved in this particular transformation, these are people who are very, very active during their AMSA days, by the fact that attending the Jamaat function, they developed, an extraordinary love for the Jamaat, and in return, they are always ready to give back to the Jamaat. So, alhamdulillah, we are fortunate to have one of the past Sadar of Mali Sudan who actually transformed a lot of processes in Mali Sudan that we have today. So if you look at his past history, even Brother Adiama was also an active member of AMSA Nigeria. So these are people that by attending AMSA meeting, they developed that extraordinary love for the Jamaat and the skills that they acquired during the university and beyond university. They were able to bring it back to the Jamaat and make the Jamaat better. So in order for you to serve the Jamaat efficiently in this digital era, you just have to be skillful. You have to have a particular skill that you can render to the Jamaat, because if the Jamaat actually wants to survive in this digital era, then the Jamaat must be ready to apply some digital changes to it. So inshallah, we are going to discuss some digital skills that I think is beneficial to the Jamaat. So if you are skillful, definitely you will be able to serve the Jamaat efficiently. This is Dangote. Another way is you should be committed. There was a let me say maybe like 10 lines from the fourth Caliph, where he said the target of every Ahmadis Muslim student should be the Nobel laureate. So I think this particular thing should be a motivation to every Ahmadi student across the world to strive to reach the apex of their career of Allah. So how are you about your career? If you actually want to serve the Jamaat efficiently, it is very important for you to know that your career is very important to the Jamaat, because your success in life, success in career will definitely assist the Jamaat. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm trying to paint goes beyond maybe 9 to 5 daily work activities. No, if you actually think business is your way, it's also a career path. Just make sure that you are committed to that particular business and pray to Almighty Allah to be successful, because we have a lot of things to do in order to serve the Jamaat efficiently. And I must tell you, wealth is also part of it. Each year, I know some members claim bitter about the Jaffa Falana hearing. Look, if you actually look at the fundamental problem of all these arrangements, money is also part of it. So if you want to serve the Jamaat efficiently, you need to be successful. And once you are successful and Allah grants you some as an Ahmadi, you should be ready to, a fraction of your wealth to the ground. As an AMSA member, it's very important for you to stay committed to your career. One thing about, it is very important for you to have a model. If you don't have a model, it is very important to look up to somebody. And if you actually think somebody like Abbas is getting out for you, we have a lot of Ahmadi members who were once active AMSA members who are actually doing well in their respective fields. So you have no excuse, not to succeed. because we have a lot of members who are doing perfectly fine in their career. So when you're in school, we tend to be distracted with lots of things. It's normal at that particular age for every decision you think due to due to some factors and due to some wokeness that, oh, I'm a student, I'm an adult, this particular decision of mine is just the best. No, I think it's a general thing at that particular stage. But I can always tell you that for every decision you make, if possible, try as much as to reach out to people who are more experienced. These are the things that definitely make you grow, and your growth will be good. I would like to paint a scenario here, just to let you know the importance of, discussing your plan or sharing your decision with somebody who is experienced than you in your career. When we were planning AMSA AHIC in 2014, as students, we have lots of things to do, and during meetings, all of us, we are always happy, like, oh yeah, this is the best idea that we have. And funny enough, it suggests that this alarm is always saying that, okay, this idea is nice to run this through SADA, and then a step at a particular point, I was like, I asked him, is it that we can't do things ourselves? Somebody said, well, two eggs is better than just one egg. I could remember, but for every share that is going to, reconstruct it in so beautiful way. Of that is the importance of if you want to grow, that is the importance of the GS. It's not every time you want to report maybe somebody in your JAMA, you have to write to the GS, ask them you want to maybe is there, you can say you want to work with it communication. Is it photography or editing is your part? You can ask the NTA Nigeria. So what does this particular volunteer does for you is that in the process of you being closer to the JAMA as a youth, you will be able to learn. That's the first thing. Second thing is you will be able to say some things that are wrong, and most possible, you should be able to provide what you think, or you should be able to provide some remediations around that thing. So to serve the Jamaat efficiently, you need to volunteer. Alhamdulillah, MCAN is also a perfect body that actually appreciates volunteering. I could remember one of those people that made me love animation was Mujib Oliyede. And I think it was in 2014 when I used to do this collaging of pictures, making it into video. And he messaged me one day and said, brother, you can do better. Okay, how can I do better? Particular 3D board animation software, video scribe to me, and I was impressed. Then he gave me some tasks to do. So, the particular thing he did for me that day, I was able to produce some videos for the Jamaat, quite all right. But personally, I was able to grow as well. So I could remember then I offered 3D animation services on freelancing website, and I was able to make money in return. So My volunteering has assisted me to learn how to, do 3D and 3D whiteboard animated videos. And from there, I was able to learn how to do 2D animated videos and so many other digital skills that I was able to learn. So if you want to serve the Jamaat efficiently, it's very important for you to volunteer to do so. As ways, I think, and all, in order to serve Jamaat efficiently. So let's take a look at the digital part tools that we have. We have numerous tools that you can actually get your hands dirty with. This is just a summary of what we have. So I'll start with digital marketing. The reason why I'm starting with digital marketing is the Jamaat as a whole, the Jamaat as a brand needs promotion, because if the Jamaat is just sitting there without promoting itself, then people outside won't get to know what we do or the things that we believe in. So it is very important that if you want to serve the Jamaat efficiently, digital marketing is one of the skills you can get your hands dirty with. For example, in the past, I've worked with vibrant members of the Jamaat where we are able to, we held a social media training seminar back in Ojokoro. Privately, I think there was a particular campaign by the Tablet Department of Mali Sudam Ahmadiyya, Nigeria. There was a TV channel on Facebook called Saban, and we did some social media advertisement, promoting the teachings of the Jamaat. There are other tools there too, Spy tool that has to do with funnel hacking, actually, convert kits, and so those are. So the next one is content creation. Content creation is very, very key. So this is also one of the skills that if you are very, very good at it, it will definitely enable you to serve the Jamaat efficiently. So take, for example, each tema will definitely create content. We have to take photography, we have to create videos, some guys to do some voiceover, guys have to edit the voices, all that, whole parts of content creation. So we try to serve the Jamaat efficiently. So the first tool that we have there is called Lumen 5. So as an AMSA member, let's say you are the PRO for your local unit, I think what you can do with Lumen 5 is you can make short videos that will look more professional. So that is the work of Lumen 5. And if you are good with voices, you can train your voice with Audacity as a software, and you can decide to volunteer with what's it called, Voice of Islam Nigeria. I am fully aware that there was a time where there used to be book reading on Voice of Islam Nigeria. If you actually have a good voice, you can actually volunteer to call the book reading Voice of Islam. So I think this, you are saving the Jamaat, efficient. Those things, software, Photoshop, and all that. But the use of on screen, you can remove background in a video. Like, for example, you guys recorded yourself. Notice that there's a particular background that you don't like. You can actually go to on screen and do this and edit the particular background. The same thing for background remover. I've seen it of units in AMSA where they just copy and paste the logo instead of them to just, remove the background of the logo and paste it on design. So these are little things you can do that can, make you sell the pajamas of, efficiently. So the other part here is the engineering design. So let's say you are studying civil engineering, mechanical engineering, field. Yeah.
You have 10 minutes left, sir.
Okay. So let's say you are into engineering field. You can get your hands dirty with softwares like SolidWorks, AutoCAD, and if you want to do some modeling and some, MATLAB and AMSA is there for you. So the computing aspect, the JAMAT is really, really big on computing. Software development is there. Not everybody is going to become a programmer. Cybersecurity field is there. You can decide to learn this and assist the JAMAT, to protect themselves from bad guys. Cloud computing is there. Alhamdulillah, I think MCAN has some of their services on cloud. If you get your hands dirty with either AWS or Microsoft Azure, this will be beneficial for the JAMAT. Then database is also big. The JAMAT is growing at a point. We need to have a centralized database. If you are into database, you can come in at that particular moment and assist the JAMAT. By doing this, you are serving the JAMAT efficiently. Data scientist, JAMAT has a lot of data. Being a scientist, you can assist JAMAT in making, projection, financial projection is there, members growth projection. You can do some analytics for JAMAT and stuff like that. So the Lumen 5 Canva belongs to content creation. That was an error. So by discussing this, I think that is the digital path and the tools. So at the beginning, I said I have a takeaway. And the takeaway I have is just, at the beginning of this lecture, I said something that I pray to Almighty Allah that for the purpose of attending a particular meeting or for the purpose of attending IE, I specifically use that, course to ask for a favor from Allah, and Allah assisted me in that particular thing. So I will advise everybody on this particular meeting, when we are having the general closing prayer, just ask Allah that for the purpose of attending this online, seminar, it might be a little one, but remember at the beginning of this, the Quran verse I started with, we are helping the cause of Allah by doing this. You are helping the cause of Allah by attending this program. So use that particular cause and ask for anything from Allah. And I'm very sure by the time, this time next year, or probably when you become, and come back to remember to check yourself. If you are the bad side, if you have a bad character online, adjust yourself. And if you have a good character online, you can do better and ensure that in this digital era, in order for you to thrive, you need to be skillful. Forget that machine learning or this to replace us. People that create machine will never replace them. So do you want to create machine or you want machine to replace you? So the choice is up to you. By this, I'm going to end this presentation. I said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan for your audience.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan.
You will see that the topic of volunteering also come out, and of seeking quality mentorship. So may Allah continue to bless you for this presentation. I was informed that we missed a part. There should be a short video of public relations. It should have been in between the two lectures. So Please, you can give us the video now. Jazakumullah khair.
बदरगाह ज़ीशान खैरुल अनाम शफीउल वरा मरजए खासवाम बसाद ज़मीन्नात बसाद एहतराम ये करता है अर्ज़ आपका एक गुलाम के शाह कौनैन आली मुकाम के शाह कौनैन आली मुकाम अलैका सलातो सलाम अलैका सलातो अलैका सलाम अलैका सलातो अलैका सलाम अलैका सलाम अलैका सलाम हसीना ने आलम हुए शर्मगी जो देखा वो हुस्न और वो नूरे जबी फिर उस पर वो आखलाक अकमल तरी के दुश्मन भी कहने लगे आफरी हसीना ने आलम हुए शर्मगी जो देखा वो हुस्न और वो नूरे जबी फिर उस पर वो आखलाक अकमल तरी के दुश्मन भी कहने लगे आफरी ज़ाहे खुल्क कामिल ज़ाहे हुस्न ताम ज़ाहे खुल्क कामिल ज़ाहे हुस्न ताम अलैका सलातो अलैका عليك الصلاة عليك السلام عليك الصلاة عليك السلام عليك السلام عليك السلام عليك السلام عليك الصلاة عليك السلام عليك الصلاة عليك السلام عليك الصلاة عليك السلام 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 عليك السلام.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, at this point, let us take questions and answers. Let us take questions and answers. Okay. We have a question here from Rafabullah Jamil Imam from ABU. He said that the question is with regards to the payment of Chanda Wasia for students. It says, since a lot of us are not receiving salary, how can we manage to pay the same amount for the Chanda regularly? That's the question. Let me call on Abdul Qadir Abdul Rafi. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Yes, sir. There is a question that how can students, since they do not take salary for now, how can they be consistent in paying Chanda Wasia? Can they? Question, sir.
I would like to use myself as an example. When you ask an Hausa man to use a drug, ask you, have you used it before? I started paying Chanda myself from my little stipend. I was not given any stipend. Don't let me even call it stipend. For whatever I get from people, give me thing. I said when I finished school, I can still say in 1992, and I was not only paying Chanda, I was paying Tariq Jadid, Wafu Jadid, from whatever small thing I get from anybody. I just made it as a point of duty to be paying it. And though there were months when you will miss, but sometimes try to always when it is at the back of your mind, commitment. When you have a commitment, you want to pay this. I didn't have the understanding of Wasia then. I would have started with Wasia 1992. And it was not very, very, but I started paying Chanda. I was paying Chanda Kudam, Ijtima Fund, Jalsa Fund, all of this without any constant or regular income from any other place, from any place. But something was committed. I felt it was my duty to pay. Definitely not all my colleagues and friends paid, but I was paying it myself. So it's a commitment, it's your determination, is your hope and you with prayers, you put it in your prayers also. That God, you know, I don't even have any income. It's not regular. I don't have any income. How many parents do give their children regular stipends? How many? The percentage that does that. And Nigeria is not so blessed that we have opportunity of doing jobs as you work, as in other places. So you just have to be determined. You have to show your commitment that you want to pay. Ask to that as a minimum, and you know that every month by the grace of God, it, and you will need to pay it. That's just my little experience in this that I feel we can share with ourselves.
I would like to call Bra Ibrahim Motajo to contribute to this. And please, part of your question, part of the response, I want you to also tell us whether there must be a fixed amount that a person must pay, as was here, especially when they are not in a salaried job. So, Bra Motajo, please.
It's a pleasure to be here. The first thing I wanted to mention was that the Chanda for students is a Jamaat prerogative. It cannot be opinionated by from any other place. It's a Jamaat prerogative. For example, I am very, very I can say categorically that in other places, the best practice that Jama uphold is to set a minimum, just like my dear brother just said. Now there is a minimum. No, there is a fixed amount that you pay as long as in the UK it is £50. If you're handing one in the UK, you are obliged to pay only 50 as your so that's that's what I know that for a certainty. But then not to water down on what my dear brother just said now. The point about Chanda is commitment. It is not as if you are dashing God money or you are doing something that comes back to you. The Quran has said it. I don't want to be like the former speaker said, don't want to be too preachy. The idea is getting committed to pay your Chanda, and I think that's the prerogative of the Jama for students who have no income. The Jama can set a certain amount that is, commensurate given the economic circumstances of the country. To say, okay, if you are not earning, you per month, and it's about getting the practice going, even when you do not have well with that, so that when you are already into doing it. So I think that would be my concise answer.
Thank you, Brother Fadullah, for the question. And he has even mentioned that for the past 3 to 4 years, he has been very consistent. May Allah continue to help you and every other person. Any other question, please?
Go
ahead, sir.
Let me just, the habit of the pen is a slogan. It's a slogan of AMSA.
Exactly.
I have been blessed to serve AMSA as national PRO too. And then I was AMSA president, Lagos State and LASU. So I know that Jadis of the pen is a slogan. The real motto of AMSA that you may be out.
You're very correct.
So that is the truth there.
Yeah, that is the said check if anything that. But Jadis of the Pen is the slogan, while motto is
time the AMSA was inaugurated in 1980. The common practice of the MSA in the campus then was that they have Jihad Week. And the Jihad Week always ends up with violence.
Yes.
AMSA, University of Ilorin, came up with another jihad, which is now being interpreted as jihad with pen. So by that jihad with pen is extracted from the sayings of the promised Messiah, alayhi salatu wasalam, that his advent is not to come and wage physical war, but to wage a war of pen. And that is from that word pen is where the AMSA extracted his slogan. Thank you.
Jazakumullah khairan, sir. Jazakumullah khairan. Jazakumullah khairan. Okay. Take our special guest comments. I will start with our father. You have 5 minutes to make a comment, advice, and others for AMSA members. You can unmute yourself, sir.
Shanda, I just want to give a little elaboration. Is to develop a habit of paying in the way of Allah. In 1971, we are told by late Alhaji Bibi Balogun in Lagos Island that whatever anyone receives as a gift, it should be kept. We have what is called kolo, in which we kept all those money. At the end of the month, empty the kolo and then count how much have you received from donations. Then you take 1/16 or 1/10 of your payment. As a result of that, everybody will be able to pay something at the end of the month. And that is the same habit that has been extended to the members of AMSA. As a student, they have large purse, though it is voluntary from both parents and whoever, but they should note how much they receive. It be their pocket money or the dividend money, and then judiciously take 1/16 or 1/10 of it and pay for the shanda. With that habit, they will remain blessed. I want to commend the activity of the AMSA this time around and pray God Almighty to increase them both in wealth, wisdom, and knowledge. Ma salam.
Jazakumullah khairan, sir. Jazakumullah khairan. Let me call on former Sadar, Bra Abdulkadir Abdurrafi, for a piece of advice, address, 5 minutes maximum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I want to thank Allah who has given me the opportunity to this program, because I was really just I just wanted to be here. That's why I'm there. And I want to thank our father, our teacher, Alhaji A.O. Absalam, who has really put our feet on the path of service and sacrifice. Most of us took after, sought to serve like him, especially someone who, like me, was fortunate to be one of his children in Shomolu. It was an opportunity. So AMSA, it's a very, when we started AYAC then, our father also chairman in activation, most of us will not be around in the next 100 years. It's not a matter of of saying whether it's true or not. That's the truth. So we put in everything we could to ensure that that celebration was worth it. And I think posterity will judge if we actually were able to want to do more. And our chairman and those around would bear me witness that we had more elaborate plans, but we had to really cut our clothes, not to our size, but to the size of our clothes. And that was why we had so many things to do that we didn't do. And the same thing I want to advise AMSA National now. In the next 40 years, definitely, even if most of you might not still be students, and you definitely not be in the registered members of AMSA. So you should put in your best. And one thing I just want to advise is you look for past leaders, souvenirs of AMSA, pictures. Paiwo is still there. You can get their pictures from Dr. Timei, videos. I know we have a challenge with audio video, but I think you still need to go there and try to salvage whatever things we could salvage from them, like AIC of night of and the first AIC of two. I think Gani would maybe in Ife, the first AIC in Ife, and it was a very big one, and so many other AICs like that we've had, and how the story changed. And you should also give us a brief outline how many schools you have as AMSA mill, and then like whatever. So please, we still have a lot to do, and public relations is the beginning, and we need to please advise all our students, let them share and tweet and like most of the things we do. It's something that is very, very hurtful that when we share things, I saw it as Sada Remkan. I even had to ask members to start tweeting and things, though it went up when we are here. So please advise our members to share, like, and do whatever we can to our tweets and programs on social media. May Almighty Allah assist us all. So thank you for this opportunity. I want to hope that we will do more. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan, sir. One thing that Brother Ismail Awal mentioned while he was speaking was the Madly Sultan column. And as a matter of fact, it was started in MCAN while Brother Abdul Qadir was the Sadar. So these are things that we should try to continue to make active, so that it will not just be an organization that's just there on paper. So Jazakumullah khairan, sir. Let me call on Bra Ibrahim Motajo. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My job is now very, very simple, because you have the two speakers before me have made it. I've touched on the things I want to say in the very chunk of it. But before I go ahead, and by way of acknowledging them, the immediate past speaker said he is a son of Bayo Absalam. That is very, very incorrect. I am the bona fide child. The one that got the whole chunk of the largesse. because he never rode on his Vespa, whereas I had his seat on the Vespa, you know. I am more qualified to call myself that. Alhamdulillah. But it was right to say that we were the beneficiaries of all God had been. His own children took after us. If I can say that because we were there. So may Allah continue to. I am happy to hear him. If I saw his video just now, that's very gladness. I'm very much glad. May Allah continue to grant him respite and overlook. You know, I mean, may Allah continue to bless him. I don't want to overpraise. I don't. Now, I have listened to all the speakers, the two key speakers, and I have made some notes. But as I said, some of them have been touched on by the previous two speakers. People used to say that we only live once. But recently in a Jamaat event, one of the elders wisely said that you live every day, but you die once. So, and I think from what my dear brother Ismail Lawal said, you would agree with me that we live every day is about a way to first capture how we can then project our own everyday life into what we represent AMSA and so I would want that because based on that we live every day, we should endeavor to live by the credo of I have always had this credo. I learned the Muslim's life is more like a commitment. It's not like jam. You don't go there on the day of Al-Qiyamah and say, yeah, today I'm ready for the exam. Where do I go? No. You start, what you do every day is what counts. So a Muslim's life is a sort of continuous assessment. So we do it every day. Because I can tell you categorically that most Ahmadis who you don't see on social media are there. They are there. However, they are not there as you would want to see them, so you would not see them. Most Ahmadis essentially would perhaps need to reorient their social media handles or change or create a new one for them to participate in Jamaat Tabligh. Otherwise, Ahmadis are on social media, but some of them are just not there in the way you would want them to be seen. So AMSA may need to work on that. You don't have to tell you have to watch how to live their life, but for them to be actively engaged in branding themselves as part of the Ahmadiyya brand, there's much work that needs to be done. So I'd like to give just these three additional advice, and I will let it slide. The first thing is that people need to have this habit of preventing this fastest finger syndrome. Develop a slower finger remedy, because what most people do on social media that they regret is because they acted so much in a hurry. So don't be the first to like. Sometimes you like the wrong person or you like the wrong thing, and then you have trouble correcting that. And as I say, the long day. So second is, and this was mentioned by both of the speakers. Check yourself before you. This is an American slang anyway. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. When we type things on social media, we tend to be in a hurry to post what we have written. But the good practice, and my dear brother Diamo, is brother Diamo, not Pa Diamo. Muzaffar and is brother Diamo. So the good practice in writing, and most writers know this. I learned this also from Bio. You check again before you post it. Sometimes where you put the comma or the stop sign change the meaning of the sentence. And I'm sure you can all relate with this. So check yourself before you post. And of course, besides checking the spelling or grammar, check fact check. Fact checking is sometimes can be a whole line of research. I mean, you have to go and look at so many things, but fact checking is important because the Quran says that one of the troubles humanity will face is rumor mongering and spreading. And sometimes not fact checking what you want to share may amount to rumor mongering. And once it goes out, our fathers used to say, any loan. So, and social media is so so fantastically created so that once you drop that thing there, yesterday I was talking to a friend who said people can post and delete what they post, but there are other people on social media who are fast enough to screenshot what you've posted. Although you've deleted it for everyone, they have the screenshot. So always fact check and check again for grammar, for correctness before you post things on social media. I'm saying this because today's topic has essentially been on how to, use social media to be actively and productively useful for the Jama. And lastly, I'd like to say that since we're discussing social media, if you have not done so, please, after this event today, go to your social media handles and activate two-step verification. I am saying this because, as Muzaffar will confirm, people have been in trouble because they belong to a group and somebody's account in that group was hacked, and then they became victims of all sort of social media undoing. So I beg you today, if you belong to an Ahmadiyya group, WhatsApp, Twitter, wherever you are, whatever handle you are using to join a particular Ahmadiyya group, please activate two-step verification. It protects your account from being hacked, but more importantly, it protects people within your group and your people you love. May Allah bless all those who have participated in today's event, especially the organizers and the speakers. They have done very fantastically well. May Allah increase you in knowledge, and may Allah give us the grace to always be grateful for all that we have received. Subhanahu wa ta'ala, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan. Bram Murtada Oriolowo, are you here, sir? I doubt. I don't think he's online. Bram Mujiboni Ide. Is he online? Wa alaikum salam. Jazakumullah. Please go ahead.
I want to appreciate the leadership of AMSA Nigeria for giving me this privilege of participating in this program. But I will also like to appreciate our fathers and elder brothers that have also participated in this program and have given so many lofty advices. Because of network, I was unable to listen to Musafar's presentation, but to an extent, I listened to the first speaker, and I must say it's a very good presentation. I want to thank you for that because it's actually a reawakening and presented some lofty advices and some energy that AMSA can take on for this program. The former Sarah, respected Abdul also mentioned some of the activities while he was the starter of Majlis Ahmadiyya in respect to the IAD program. But I know AMSA is already planning on the activities, but I will just advise that you make it sync across all chapters. Because when the sound keep coming up from every angle, it's contributes to the targets of promoting the Jamaat and everywhere. I will also want to advise that AMSA members should integrate, particularly the male, should integrate more to the mask platform, which is already there for us to promote our activities. It's quite unfortunate that we hardly see members of AMSA, scholars, we call ourselves students, as the case may be, not actively, calling ourselves jihadists of the pen, not participating well in King of the Pen, so to say, of mask program. The respected chairman now, Brother Abaji, is someone that always wants people to engage in writing, irrespective of the skill that you might have in writing. He always wants to have more members, present articles, even though it's poem. These are the things that we expect from AMSA member as we go into this celebration, to present so many lofty ideas in terms of writing. Let it come from all chapters. In fact, I will even advise the president to encourage members from all chapters to at least make up an article, irrespective of the angle it might come from, as long as it's promoting the Jamaat, it's promoting Islam, it's promoting the AMSA activities, should be inculcated so that members can, all these write-ups can also come into mass platform and be projected on the website and social media platforms. May Almighty Allah make this easy. And I want to congratulate leadership of AMSA, both male and female, as the case may be, and our leaders that are present on this platform. May Almighty Allah continue to bless every one of us and make this act a blessed one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan. Sorry, I don't want to miss anyone. I don't want to miss anyone. Okay. Well, Jazakumullah khairan, Mujiboni. I will like to, in addition to what you said, AMSA could actually do an essay writing competition as this, as part of the activities for this 40th anniversary of AMSA. And, it will help people to present their knowledge, things they know, and also it will help AMSA to, project itself better. These articles can be published in Al-Dhikr magazine of AMSA, in Al-Irfan, as well as the Jamaat newspaper, the Truth newspaper. You will notice that I've not called the SADA representative because I want him to, take everything from the perspective that most AMSA members are members of the Majlis Qudam. Most male members of the Majlis, of AMSA, are also members of the Majlis Qudam. So I'll call on the Naib Sadar North, am I correct? To Bra Mustafa Abdul Kabir. Please, your statement on behalf of Sadar side. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I want to thank the leadership of the AMSA for putting on this beautiful program. Though unfortunately, we do not have enough participants from all the AMSA centers all around the country. So I'm urging the leadership to try and integrate all their members in all higher institutions of learning so that they can feel the importance of being members of Jamaat Ahmadiyya. I just want to call on two important issues. First is welfareism. Welfareism is number one. We do have members of AMSA scattered all around institutions. And so many of them, we do have them scattered around institutions within the country. They are not integrating into Jamaat activities. So the leadership of AMSA must do their best to see that they bring all these members scattered all around on board so that together we can promote the Jamaats. Second thing is Tabligh. it is the fundamental duty of every member of the Jamaat to participate in Tabligh activities. So to do so, the most important thing is to project the beautiful teachings of the Jamaat in your character, in your relationship with colleagues, in our various institutions. So I am calling on the leadership of AMSA to do well in welfareism as well as Tabligh. Thank all our leaders here, the past former Sadar of Majlis Kudam, and every other person present in this call. May Allah continue to elevate our status and give us the power to be able to continue in our little effort to promote the Jamaat of the Promised Messiah, alayhi salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan. We thank the Naib Sadar North, who has awesomely represented the Sadar Sahib. I think we are moving close to the end of the program. We thank all our fathers who have come, but I will leave the vote of thanks for Bra Isan Ahmad Shodeko. However, before it starts, let me quickly chip in a few things. I was talking about competitions. I know that AMSA is one of the organizations in Nigeria that has a very rich alumni. Almost everybody in this Jama passed through AMSA one way or the other. So this competition, we can have prizes that will be sponsored by alumni of AMSA. We have professors who were alumni of AMSA. We have leaders of industries who were, alumni of AMSA. So I would like to implore AMSA to put a very nice concept and present to such alumni so that it will be a way to encourage people. And I always know that people like to go back to where they have come from. So please look at this. Let me use this opportunity to give my closing remarks before the vote of thanks and the prayer. AMSA is very blessed because it is in a blessed organization. And we have to look at the Jamaat as a tree with different branches and leaves. If a branch falls and it's not attached to the mother tree, it starts to wither away. It starts to lose its greenery. And this is why AMSA should try as much as possible to ensure that it encourages all its members to actively participate in Jama programs. You see, it is not enough to say, I'm an AMSA member. You are an AMSA member because at a particular point in time, you are a student. However, the structure of the Jamaat is by age. From age 7 to age 15, you're a member of the Atfal or Nasr, as the case may be. Above that, you're a member of the Khudam. So I would like to use this opportunity to implore all AMSA members to kindly always participate in Khudam programs. It is very important. As students, your main goal right now is education. And so that education, you have a way, you should have different systems by which you encourage yourselves, by which you mentor yourselves. And you can do this also by liaising with AMSA alumni. It's very important. When you see mentors, it is not, you don't have to follow every step that the mentor followed, but at least you know where they are faltered. you move away from that. So it's important for every member of AMSA to have someone that they look forward to, that, okay, I want to be successful. I want this person to be my role model. It's very important. And you see, what Allah tells us is that Kunuma Asodekin, be with those who are righteous, be with those who are truthful, be with those who are pious. So when you choose your mentors, please choose those people whom you see are pious. Stay within, the Prophet Muhammad says that what is halal is clear and what is haram is also clear. But there are areas where there are gray areas. If you take your herd to eat in that, then you fall into sin. So whatever it is that will take us away from this path, try as much as possible to avoid it. I want to talk on the magazine of AMSA also. And as a matter of fact, I want to use that as an example. When I was in AMSA, I was part of the crew that were doing the Al-Hikmah that time. And you see, it helped me to have some very technical skills, which I'm still using up to today. In those days, we were planning the page of Al-Hikmah, later Al-Dhikri, with Adobe PageMaker. I learned PageMaker just because I was doing Al-Hikmah and later Al-Dhikri. I went ahead, and when there was a strike at a point, I went to Ojokoro. I noticed that Muzaffar mentioned it, to join the truth. In that brief moment, I did not do anything. I was just studying. Uncle Tio Shoboyede was there. So I was just understanding what was going on with the Truth newspaper. In 2008, by the time I finished my program, before I went for service, I went back to Ojokoro to start working on the Truth newspaper. And so this volunteering has helped me to achieve a lot. From there, I knew how to do Corel Draw. I learned many other things. And so today I can say that I am good at printing, at newspaper, at magazines, not because of anything, but because I volunteered. So I want to implore AMSA members, you just used about 8 months at home. I would have thought probably that you use that opportunity to volunteer and to learn new skills. So all these are important. Do not forget, as a member of the Ahmadiyya community, all of us are representatives of the Jama. And what we do in our private lives also tells on the Jama. So I want you to pay attention to these facts. May Allah continue to bless you. May Allah continue to give you the strength and the willpower to serve in His cause. Amen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Let me call on Brother Isan Ahmad Shodeko for the vote of thanks. Brother Isan Ahmad, Bismillah.
Jazakumullahu khairan, sir, for the admonition. I believe that everybody on the program right has gained a lot, just as I have. And one of the most important things that has been changed in my mindset is the quote that was mentioned the other time, that it is often said that we only live once. But the truth is, we live every day, but we die once. And inshallah, we'll never forget that. So we thank Allah for the success of this program. And I also want to give thanks to the chairman, sir, and every of the special guests, including the Sadar sign, for honoring our invitation. I pray that Allah continue to ease your affairs and make the best of all of it. So on this note, I say Jazakumullahu khairan to all the participants of this event. And I would like to urge us that we don't just leave this Zoom session and go and keep everything that we've noted. We take actions on every single one of it. And most especially all the PROs at every level, at the state and the unit levels. I pray that Allah continue to bless all our activity. Jazakumullah khair. On this note, I will hand over back to the chairman, sir, to give us a closing prayer for the Jazakumullah khair.
Barakallahu. Please join me in silent prayer. Surah Fatiha wa Salat Nabi. Bismillah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع الدعاء. آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.